Anderton finds Beresford. 4 waiting. Beresford. Brilliant tackle. Whittingham goes into the area, having won the ball initially. Goal kick. Beresford struck it well, and it was a good parry. 3 minutes to go. Everybody is standing up on the Portsmouth bench. Clough takes it away from Aspinall, and Pearce is forward, and the head is used by Knight. And the ball came back past him for a worrying moment. Crosby, and Knight comes again when maybe he didn't need to. He's recovered his ground now. Up goes Pearce. Away with it, Anderton. And Brian Clough now comes to the touchline. But he's going to have to wait another year. The one goal decisive as he offers his hand and then gives an embrace to Jim Smith. But the disappointment could be seen on his face at the moment of his sporting congratulation. On the pitch, they are going mad. Portsmouth are in the semi-final for the first time since 1949. They were given a goal because of a mistake by Mark Crossley. McLaughlin scoring in 1 minute and 45 seconds. I think McLaughlin is still out there on the pitch. The first half was good, the second half was disappointing. The sending off of Laws really ended the hopes of Forest, hard though they tried. And the celebrations all belong to Portsmouth of the second division. They will go into the last four and will hope to go further. A team whose name has only been on the cup once, then in 1939. Are they to make it to Wembley in 92? The semi-final will tell that story, but today's story will be remembered by everybody who was here.
Jim, you said to me before the match that there was real belief in your dressing room that you could do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've thought all along when we went to Middlesbrough, which was obviously a very difficult task, we fancied our chances there, and then being at home, I mean, we've only lost one at home and let very few goals in at home, and we fancied our chances again today, and we got away with a little few things, but overall I thought we deserved it.
Now, you presumably talked to young Darren Anderson about the fact that Stuart Pearce would make him aware that he was there, but it was the first challenge that Stuart Pearce made on him that produced the free kick, which produced the goal.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Mr. Clough won't be very happy about that goal, and I've got to be honest, I'm sat up in the stand and I see Beresford, our left back, in the first half a minute go over across the other side. He occasionally does that, and I thought, well, what are you doing over there as early as that? And when he knocked the ball in like he did, I was cursing very much. I thought, well, you had a bad cross, and keeper made a mistake and we scored.
I thought we played reasonably well in the first half. We created quite a few chances, but at the end of the day it wasn't to be.
What about your own role? I mean, you were involved so much on the left side. It was only quite late in the game that Dad put you to where you could pull a few more strings.
Well, I'll fit in anywhere that suits the team on the day. And I thought today, first half, playing on the left, I enjoyed it, got plenty of the ball. And as I say, I thought we created enough chances, certainly to come away with a draw, if not win.
And you had arguably the performance of Des Walker and Roy Keane in particular. It's very hard on them to have been on the losing side.
Yes, yeah, they come and play like that. And to be knocked out of the cup will be extra disappointing, but it is for the whole side.
Yeah, everybody always talks about it in terms of your dad, but the players wanted to win it just as much as he does.
Probably, if not more, we feel it just as much, as I say, if not more. We're bitterly disappointed.
Dream start, scoring so early, but that can create its problems, scoring that early.
I think it did, really. Probably caused a little bit of a panic, really. We didn't settle. In patches we played quite well. We passed the ball to our capabilities, but just inexperience, really, I think, showed. But once it went to 10 men, we showed then that we had that little bit extra, because then you could have really crumbled, but we kept it together, kept it passing and kept Forest moving, and I think the lads did very well in the end, really.
Trevor, I can't remember seeing a crowd enjoy a victory so much. They waited a long time for it, of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, it was very tense when you go ahead like that so early on. I mean, I thought at least it gave the young Portsmouth lads something to hold on to, although Alan there said, you know, they didn't really take advantage of it. I mean, I thought Forest, as Nigel Clough said, played well without perhaps just getting the final past the first half. Second half, then the young lads defended very well, but it's always very tense, and it 1-0, and I think it was more relief from the crowd, and now suddenly they're in a semi-final.
Always difficult for a goalkeeper if he makes a mistake early in a match to play the next 88 minutes, isn't it?
You're just keeping your fingers crossed that the rest of your side can get you out of trouble. I mean, it is such a straightforward cross, isn't it? And as Jim Smith says, it's a bad free kick, but, you know, John Beresford curls it in towards the keeper. It hangs in the air. It's one of those on the training ground. You give your goalkeeper a bit of practice, catch a few of these, and I think it's so straightforward. There's no one really challenging him. He must have just taken his eye off it, just drops down, and then sort of Alan McCluskey thanks very much, and can't believe his luck. I mean, he reacts well, but it's a dreadful error.
Quite often they get away with it, keepers, don't they? Because there's nobody right on the spot like that. But
and then, you know, second half, late in the first half here, Nigel Clough, who played on the left, Stuart Pearce finds that bit of space. I think Alan Knight makes a great save. He starts to move to the right, shoves out the left hand, and that was a critical save. You know, goal then when Forest were playing well, and I think it might have been a problem for Portsmouth, but they held on to half-time, and then I thought tightened up defensively. I thought Andy Orford and Kit Simons, the two young central defenders, marked very tightly. I thought they did well.
Do you feel that the sending off changed the game in any way?
I think it'd be a bit unfair to say it changed the game, because at that time I felt Portsmouth were looking as comfortable defensively as they could. It meant, though, it was easy. I thought they utilised the 10 men better than some sides do. They passed it around, kept possession well, and made Forest do a lot of running.
Did you think the sending off was just?
Well, I know yourself you do. You see, he jumps in two-footed. That's the reason the referee sent him off. He's knocked it too far ahead of him, and then he's tried to retrieve it. I felt it was a booking myself, but then you see Andy Orford come, no chance of getting the ball there. He, again, I thought rightly there, got booked. I would have had 2 yellow cards, but the reason the ref has sent the first tackle off Brian Laws, he's gone in 2 foot. He's tried to retrieve it. If it had gone in 1-footed, I don't think it would have been so bad. But to jump in with 2 feet, the referee felt then it was very dangerous. I'm sure the fullback Perez has got a few stud marks on his side. I still felt it was clumsy more than venomous, and I would have just left it as a yellow card. But that's the beauty, isn't it? You will always argue, and I can, some half the people will come down on the referee's side and half not. You would have felt it was a sending off.
My immediate reaction was that.
That's right. I still feel, that it wasn't worth it. But I think it would be unfair then to say to Portsmouth that's the reason they won, because I think, the young side did well enough and defended well enough, and no one would dispute the scoreline in the end.
Congratulations to Portsmouth. Well done. Well, now to the